and get started. I don't know if you've actually already worked on an HOA property. So you know how we have single family homes and we have condominiums and PUDs. So on a condominium, specifically on a purchase, there's HOA documents that we get from escrow. So let me start sharing my computer. So these documents here in particular, we do get them from escrow. Um, there's two documents that we do request directly from the HOA point of contact, or if they have a management company. So these documents here are very, I would say they're either anything that has to do with numbers or anything that looks like court documents. These are going to be really, these are different documents that we have from the association. So the main thing between all of these documents is it has this association name. So anywhere where you see association here, it's going to be most likely because the property is a condominium and it's an HOA document. So for these documents in particular, we always put HOA and then the name of the document itself. So in this case, it would be the HOA Articles of Incorporation. This one, again, also, it has the association here. So usually we will request at our opening package from the escrow. If it's an HOA, we usually request for the HOA contact. So they will provide us the contact. They will also provide us these documents because these documents are documents that escrow gets from them. Us in particular, we do request an HOA cert, also known as an HOA questionnaire or a condo questionnaire. It's either way you hear it, it's the same thing. So each lender, each bank does have its separate questionnaire, but it's very similar to this. It has questions that the management company or the HOA point of contact has to fill out. So when we get the HOA contact, we request for this questionnaire to be completed, as well as we request for the master policy or master EOI. So again, I'm not sure if you've already worked on a property that's required these documents in particular, but you will eventually, if you haven't, you will eventually encounter into one. So the master policy here, it looks just like an EOI. The only thing is that it's covering the HOA. So our insured is going to be the HOA contact here. This one is also going to be named master EOI so that we know the difference between this one and the regular homeowner's insurance policy, the property address, and then for the insurance, we always want to put the expiration date. So this one, sometimes for this insurance policy, when we request to get it updated, the last page to be updated, showing the borrower's information, as well as our information or whatever bank we're using, sometimes they do require a payment, which we will collect an invoice. We can, depending on that company, we can pay it up front or we will pay it through closing. So for example, this invoice here, we are paying it through closing.
And there should be an indication that we will be paying that they're closing, right?
Yes. So when they provide us the invoice, we will ask them if they need payment upfront or if they accept payment through closing. If so, then we can just, like I said, pay it through closing and then just have the buyer pay it once with their final funds.
So we should be confirming that via email, not on a particular, we cannot see that on a particular document.
No, yeah, you're going to confirm it with them if they need the payment upfront or if we can pay it through closing.
Okay.
Yep. Any questions so far?
So regarding with the questionnaire for HOA, who will complete that? Is it the bank or is it the client?
No, this HOA questionnaire is going to be completed by someone from the HOA. So they have the homeowners association has either a management company or a group of like board members, and then depending on how big this HOA is usually we'll request it from like the property management, and then they will complete it.
Copy.
As well for this HOA cert as well, we will also request invoice. For the most part, most HOAs collect a fee for these questionnaires to be completed, but those are usually paid upfront. They usually collect the payment before they provide us the completed questionnaire.
Yep. Got it. Thank you.
I did want to go over as well over the regular insurance. So for EOI on a condo, you're going to see this is the master, sorry. You're going to see that the policy itself states it's going to be H06. So whenever you get an insurance policy and it says H06, you always want to assume that there's going to be a master policy. So whenever we do a refinance and the bar provides us a copy of their insurance and we see an H06, we're going to always request for the master insurance. If it's a borrower that we've worked with previously, we most likely already have it within our old documents. If not, we will need to request it and have the borrower provide us their HOA contact so we can request this master policy. Okay. For insurances for single families, and this one doesn't have it. So insurances for single families, it's going to be an HO3.
Hold on, for a single family.
So whenever we see an HO3 and for single family homes, we're always going to need to request a replacement cost estimator. I'm not sure if you've already encountered one. This one we just label it as RCE, property address. So this replacement cost estimator, as you can see, it does vary the way it looks. But anytime you do see replacement cost or reconstruction cost or rebuild cost, that's going to be our RCE. And then whether it has different names, we're still going to label it RCE with the property address.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
So again, whenever it's an HO6, we're going to have a master policy with it. Whenever it's an HO3, we're going to have an RCE with it.
And for the HO6, it happens mostly in refinance
No, the
or
HO6 is always on a property that's a condominium.
condominium.
So whenever the property type is condominiums, that's when we're going to get an HO6 for the insurance with a master policy. So the master policy, we do have to also request the loss payee to be updated. Like when we bind the insurance, we have the loss payee updated. Same thing with the master. We have to get it updated to have our lender name or our bank name or whatever lender bank's name that we're using, whether it's a purchase or a refi.
Right.
And then